Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my fourth lesson of D2 chapter number 7 exercise 7a, that is about relation and functions. This lesson is equally important for D3 students and the students who are preparing for CI examination. Before going to the lesson, there are some key terms that we have to understand. That what is the meaning of the term domain, range, image and pre-image, image and pre-image. If you find any difficulty in understanding these terms, you can watch my previous lesson, for which I'll give the link in the description box, because for the better understanding of maths, it's really important that we should have the command on the basic concepts and terms, and we have to relate the lesson with the previous lessons. Let's move to the intermediate level. Question number 6. Question says, given that the function f such that 5x minus f such that x gives us 5x minus 9 and g such that x gives us 2 minus 6x, find the values of x for which f of x equals to 16, g of x equals to 14, g of x equals to x, f of x equals to 2x, and f of x equals to g of x, and 2 times f of x is equal to 3 times g of x. We can see that in this question, we are given with the answers of f of x, means the answers of images are given, and we have to find the values of x or domain or pre-images, whose images are these given in the question. Let's move to the solution of the question. The first part of the question is that we have to find the values of x for which f of x equals to 16. The first part is the function given is f such that x gives us 5x minus 9. For the evaluation purpose, it's important to write it in the form f of x equals to 5x minus 9. 5x minus 9. Now the first part of the question is that we have to find the value of x for which f of x equals to 16. Now what I have to do, my function is f of x equals to 5x minus 9. So instead of this f of x, I have to replace 16 equals to 5x minus 9. Now if we look at this equation, this is simple linear equation in one variable, that is x. In order to solve the equation, we know what we have to do. We have to shift this 9 to other side by changing the sign. Shift 9 to other side by changing the sign, and it will give me 16 plus 9 equals to 5x. 16 plus 9 is 25 equals to 5x. Now, as I have to find value of x, so what I will be doing, I will be shifting this 5 to other side, and this 5 will become the denominator of, or x equals to 25 by 5, or x equals to 5. So the value of x or the value of domain is 5, for which f of x or the given range is 16. The second part of the question is g of x equals to 14. Now the question has given two different functions, two different machines, g of x, the function for g is g such that x gives us 2 minus 6x. For the evaluation purpose, we have to write it in the form g of x equals to 2 minus 6x. Very easy question. Questions basically the simple linear equations. Now if we look at the second part, the condition given is that g of x, value of g of x is 14. So instead of this g of x, I will replace 14 equals to 2 minus 6x. Now in order to solve this equation, what I have to do, I have to shift this 2 to other side. 14 minus 2 equals to minus 6x, and 14 minus 2 is 12 equals to minus 6x. And then in order to find the value of x, what I have to do, I have to shift this minus 6 to other side, and that will appear in the denominator. That will appear in the denominator of 12. 12 divided by minus 6 equals to x, or x equals to minus 2. I hope you are clear about this question. Let's move to the next part of the question. Next part says that g of x equals to x. G of x equals to x. Now, this is the third part, that says that g of x equals to x. G of x equals to x. Now what I have to do, the function of g of x is, given function of g of x is equal to 2 minus 6x. Now instead of g of x, I have to replace x equals to 2 minus 6x. In order to solve the equation, I have to shift variable terms. I have to make x the subject of formula and the letter that I want to find, that is on both sides of the equation. It's really important to integrate your lesson with the previous lesson, that we have to use the language that we want to make x the subject of formula. So x plus 6x will give me 2. 7x equals to 2, and I want to find value of x, and that will be 2 by 7. That 7 is multiplied by x, and I have to shift it to other side, and it will appear in the denominator of 2. I hope you are clear about this question. Let's move to the fourth part of the question, that is f of x equals to 2x. Be careful because the two different functions are given. So in every part we have to see that we have to choose which function. Here f of x equals to 2x, f of x equals to 2x. Now again I have to choose the function of f of x equals to 5x minus 9, 5x minus 9. And now what we have to do, that instead of this f of x, I have to replace 2x. 2x equals to 5x minus 9. X that we need to find is on both sides of the equation. So shift like terms on one side, and preferably the variable terms have to be on the left hand side. So my equation will take the form 2x minus 5x equals to minus 9. 2 minus 5 is minus 3x. Do not forget the rule of integers, equals to minus 9. Now both sides are having this minus sign, so I can easily cancel this minus sign with this minus sign. And now I have to find value of x, and for that 3 is multiplied with this x, so I have to shift that 3 to other side, and my equation will take the form x equals to 9 by 3, or x equals to 3. I hope this question is easy and you are clear about this question. Let's move to the next part of the question, that says f of x equals to g of x. This is the fifth part of the question, and it says that f of x equals to g of x. F of x equals to g of x. Very easy questions, basically the simple linear equations only. F of x, function of f is 5x minus 9, and function of g is 2 minus 6x. Now as we need to find values of x, so as x terms are on both sides, so we have to shift like terms on same side and constant or unlike terms to other side, and equation will take the form 5x plus, because 6 is negative here, 6x equals to 9 plus 2. 5 plus 6 is 11x equals to 11. Now as we have to find the value of x, So this 11 is extra. I have to shift it to other side because that 11 is multiplied with x. So I have to divide it, and my equation will take the form x equals to 11 upon 11 or x equals to 1. Really easy question and interesting topic. Let's move to the last part of the question, and that says that 2f of x equals to 3g of x. Now be careful that what we have to do, we have to multiply this 2 with the function of f, that is 5x minus 9 equals to 3, and function of g is 2 minus 6x. 2 minus 6x. Now we have to apply the distributive property, that we have to multiply this 2 with every term inside the bracket and same 3 with every term inside the bracket, and the question will take the form 10x minus 18, 9 2s are 18 equals to 6 minus 3 6 are 18x. Now, in order to get value of x, shift x terms and like terms on one side, and equation will take the form 10x plus 18x equals to 6 plus 18. And now 18 plus 10 is 28x equals to 18 and 2 20 plus 4 is 24, and x, as I need to find the value of x, this 28 is multiplied with x. I have to shift that 28 to other side, and it will become the denominator of 24 by 28. And now 24 and 28 both can go in one table. 2 12s are and 2 14s are, 2 6s are and 2 7s are, and x equals to 6 by 7. I hope you are clear about this question. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lesson, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.